What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we're a full never used Pokemon team. Now this is a Pokemon team based around Pokemon that really just don't see any usage at all. Not the NU tier, just thought I'd clarify that one. Alright people, this was the most popular by like a lot, 56% on the PIMPNITE community tab. So that will be this week's community theme team. Alright, what Pokemon do you think is is never used? Just leave it below in the comment section. I like to see what one is the most popular. I reckon Unknown will probably be up there. We'll see. I could be wrong, but there's actually a lot of candidates that can actually fix this, that fit into this team. So there's more than 6 Pokemon, definitely. So just bear that one in mind before leaving a comment. All right, this was a battle on my Discord. This one was against Flash Flag. So if you do want to battle me or just hang out there, there's a lot of things to do on there. I think we're creeping close to 2,000 people. That's in the description of the video. Alright, so we got Braxion. It's going to get its metronome knocked off. It was nice to see that item. It's going to hit me with the fire spin. Now I'm going to go for the knockoff and quick attack combo to take it out. So taking an early lead there with my Farfetch. So this Farfetch set we had on it as follows: max health and max attack. We've got Brave Bird, knockoff, quick attack, and first impression. The item is the assault vest. So guys, bulky Farfetch. Anyway, the ability is also defiant. So we got the Herdia coming in. Go for Brave Bird is the best move I got on this set. It doesn't take it out. I didn't think it would, and now Herdia's going to go for the retaliate, and that's going to be enough to take out my Farfetch. Herdia's shiny is it's so similar. It's just like a lighter brown. So down goes my Farfetch, but a pretty solid start there, getting rid of Braxion and taking good damage on the Herdia. So bring in Ledian, definitely one of the Pokemon that just never really sees the light of day. So go for the Silver Scummy Wind, but it doesn't take it out, unfortunately. This is a max special attack, max speed set. On this one, we've got a Silver Wind, Air Slash, Giga Drain, Focus Miss, Pataya Berry is the item, and Swarm. Alright, so now we've got Bayleaf coming in, which is quite interesting. It's got a lot of weaknesses to me, actually. However, it's going to have the Ancient Power. So Ancient Power does like a lot of damage to me. I was guessing it was about a 3-hit KO. It just was a little bit shy of a 2-hit KO. So now going for the Silver Wind, I was like, if I don't get a boost on this one, I could go for an Air Slash afterwards, right? So now the Bayleaf's going to go for an Ancient Power, and it takes me out. I was like, damn, that first one must have been min damage, and the second one must be like max damage roll. Oh, come on. So anyway, bringing in my Wobbuffet. There's nothing I could have done about it. I mean, I could have gone for Air Slash, but I don't think it would have taken it out anyway. It's Ledian special attack is, it's basically garbage. So now bringing my Wobbuffet. This was a max health and max special attack set. So on this one, obviously I run max special attack. I want to get some offense on this. So normally it's got a counter Mirror Coat, Destiny Bond, Encore. It's got a very tiny move pool, right? So it's actually a very predictable Pokemon. So now the Bayleaf is going to use my favorite healing move and go for Leech Seed. And it's going to be just a royal pain in the ass because I'm not going to be able to do much damage to it outside of the damage I can do back with Ancient Power. Sorry, not Ancient Power and the Mirror Coat. So on this set, I've also got the Psychium Z as obviously the special attack EVs there with Mirror Coat. It's a little bit more stronger than Z counter. So anyway, we've got the Mirror Coat going on the Bayleaf. It does pretty good damage, but the problem is, right, the Leech Seed recovery. Like, look how much this recovers with one Leech Seed. Like, holy damn, there's no way I'm going to be able to beat this. So anyway, I'm just going for the Mirror Coat again. Bayleaf's going to go for an Energy Ball this time. Does a little bit more damage. I'm going to go for the Mirror Coat. That actually does a really nice amount. Just missing the KO there. So I thought, well, they're probably going to go for a healing move this time. So I should go for my Z move here to try and take it out. So Leech Seed doing a massive amount of damage back. Now Bayleaf is going to go for the Ancient Power. So, oh, bugger, they didn't heal. So I could have gone for a Mirror Coat there, but I'd say Mirror Coat definitely wouldn't have taken it out. So now go for my Z Mirror Coat. This comes, I actually quite like that you can use Z Counter and Z Mirror Coat as a Z move, especially Wobbuffet because it actually doesn't have any attacking moves at all. So this is the only way to do some kind of damage without relying on getting hit itself. So now going for the Mirror Coat, the Z Mirror Coat on the Bayleaf. And it really does underwhelming damage and doesn't take it out. RIP. So now the Bayleaf has got the Leech Seed up on my Wobbuffet. And that is going to take me down. Poor Wobbuffet. Maybe you can get back into the second game. Alright, so that's Bayleaf getting some nice health recovery there. I've got to take this thing out. So going to my Maractus. I like Maractus. It's one of those Pokemon that really never gets used. It's also quite forgotten too. Now, I actually have done a forgotten Pokemon team. So it's kind of similar to that. Okay, so on this set, right, we've got, I've almost swept a lot of people with this set. It relies on a lot of luck, though. So we've got Aqua Pressure, which randomly raises a stat 2 stages if it's not a max already. We've got Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Drain Punch. we've got max health and max defense, ability Storm Drain, and the item Scumbag Bright Powder. Anyway, so Bayleaf really can't do much here. It's only got, as we've already seen, it's got Leaf Seed, my favorite healing move, Energy Ball, and Ancient Power. So it really can't do much at all. So going for the Giga Drain, and that does some good damage, taking out the Bayleaf. So that's good. I'm quite well nicely set up on my Maractus now, so I can either go, I can opt to go for like a physical move or a special move too. It's actually got some nice stats for that. So now we've got the Luxray coming in, so going for a physical move is kind of off here. It's dropped my attack. So I thought I've already got that nice boost in special attack. So let's go for the Giga Drain. So the Luxray is going to go for a Signal Beam, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go for Giga Drain here, so I thought that'd be some good damage. Luxray itself was fairly bulky too, so I knew that wouldn't take it out, especially because I wasn't running max special attack too. But it does some real nice damage. So now we got the Luxray going for the Signal Beam here. I was hoping this one wouldn't crit me or take me out. I just lived that one, and now I can go for the Giga Drain, taking out the Luxray. So that was awesome, Maractus, doing some fine work there. So we still got 2 Pokemon to contend with, but I'm in a pretty good position at the moment. So the next Pokemon we've got is the Crocorock. So I was like, this thing could have Moxie, and it might be able to, it might be like a late game sweeper. So going for the Giga Drain, it's going to go for the Fire Fang on my Maractus, and it's going to take me out with the crit. I don't think that actually mattered at all. I actually don't mind that shiny. It looks really cool. That's Maractus down. And of course, as you guessed, it's going to have Moxie. So I'm like, okay. I've got to take this out before this snowballs. So going into my bulky Lumineon. Now, Lumineon obviously is quite a underused Pokemon too. I just really never used. So going for Scald is like, wow, actually outsped it there. Just missing the KO, and I get the burst. It's like, that's beautiful. I couldn't have asked more. Now they're going to go for me first, and it's going to fail because the Crocorock actually didn't outspeed Lumineon. Now, obviously, if you don't outspeed the opposing Pokemon, me first will fail. Anyway, going for the Silverwind and taking out the Crocorock there. So there's only one more Pokemon remaining, which is pretty good. Lumineon's in quite a good position too. So the last Pokemon is this Silvally. That is Silvally Flying. I always get Flying and Dragon mixed up. So we got this one as a special set. It's going to go for the Air Slash. The only thing I was worried about was getting flinched by this thing like 50 times in a row. And of course, I got flinched. But I do have leftover recovery. Oh, the bulk on this set. This was max health and max special defense. We had Scald, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Silverwind. Ability Storm Drain. That's like another Storm Drain Pokemon on this team. And item as leftovers. So what I was trying to do was get a burn from Scald and just get some like kind of damage off. Okay, anyway, that was it for that Lumineon set. Really, all I had to do here was go for the Scald, get some damage off it, and try and revenge kill this Pokemon at the end. So now it's going to be a mixed attack. It's going to have a multi-attack too. I just left that one, and now I'm going to go for Scald, hoping to get a burn off, but I don't. I'm going to go down the next turn to multi-attack, but I still have one more Pokemon running to take out the Silvally. Okay, anyway, so go for multi-attack on my Lumineon, and actually, Lumineon's like a really cool Pokemon. It can run like lots of interesting sets. So my last Pokemon is Mightyena. Now this Mightyena set, we've got max attack and max speed. We've got Crunch, Play Rough, Facade on this one. In case it gets, can swap it into a Will-O-Wisp, or if it really needs to stay into a Will-O-Wisp, we can go for Facade. We've got Moxie, Item Black Glasses, and me first as the last whip. The Crunch actually fails. And now they're going to go for an Air Slash. I'm like, oh no. You know what's going to happen here, right? I live in it. It doesn't flinch me. I couldn't believe that one. And I'm going to take this Silvally out with the Facade. So that was beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. And let's get on to the second one. This was a battle against I Love Confusion. So anyway, we got a Croagunk. Sorry, I nearly said Toxic Croagunk. Let's get those two names mixed up. I'm leading things off with my Ledion. So we have an Anticipation. It's going to shudder a little bit, seeing that big flying ladybug. So going for the Scummy Wind there. I'm hoping they'll actually swap, but they didn't. And now they're going to go for the Icy Wind. So that's going to be super effective. Plus, it's actually going to lower my speed too, which kind of sucks. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but Ledion's got some nice special defense too, which it's just as typing at its moves and stuff. Like its ability Iron Fist is also really, really terrible on it too. So anyway, the Croagunk's going to be able to outspeed me now. It's going to go for another Icy Wind. It's about a 3 to 4 hit KO. So going for the Air Slash, and that's going to get rid of that in one shot. I mean, I could have gone for that right away, but I did kind of expect a swap there, having like a overwhelming weakness to it. So now we got the Rotom coming out. Now there's really nothing I can touch Rotom with at all. I'm going to have to swap out Ledion. I thought I could leave that for a little bit later on and maybe swap something else in, like the Wobbuffet. So Wobbuffet is going to dodge the Charge Beam, which is cool. I could go for my Mirror Coat here. However, it's going to have Will-O-Wisp, so that's a little bit annoying. So I really can't do against anything against this Rotom at all except going for the Mirror Coat or the Psychium Z Mirror Coat. So I thought, let's get some damage off while I can against this Rotom. That'll be good enough. And then maybe I might be able to use Wobbuffet down the track for like a counter or Mirror Coat. It is very predictable, right? But if you know the person's, if their choice or something like that, and you leave it to last, and you force them to attack the Wobbuffet, that's always a good play too if you can get that situation set up. So anyway, it does nothing to Rotom, and Rotom's also got leftovers. So Rotom is pretty much going to be able to heal all the damage I just did to it over the course of the battle. So I was actually questioning whether I should even keep Wobbuffet in. And they're going to swap out their Rotom instead. I went for the Mirror Coat, just one more, and then I was going to swap it out. However, we got the Electrode coming in. So Electrode can be run some interesting sets. So I thought about it for a bit. I could go for a counter or I could go for a Mirror Coat. Decided to actually swap out here and go into my Maractus because I might be able to set up some Aqua Pressures against this thing. So now we got the Electrode going for a Z move here. Now this is a Normalium Z. Now what this one's going to do is boost its attack. So it's a physical Electrode. Boosting its attack power, and it's going to be coming off Z Screech. So Screech is going to drop my defense, and it's going to give a boost to the opponent. So essentially, if this matchup, if I didn't swap out the Maractus, it would have a +3 in attack. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so now we got the Electrode going for the Charge, which is going to boost its special defense and power up the next electric type moves that it uses. So I'm guessing it's probably going to have Wild Charge. So now going for the Aqua Pressure, hoping I get something good, and I get a Defense Rise. So it's like, that's really good because that's going to make up for that Screech. So now the Electrode is going to go for the Wild Charge. It still does like really good damage, even though it's not very effective, and I'm running like max health and max defense too. So go for an Aqua Pressure here, hoping I can get something good. And I get an Evasion, so I'm like, with the Evasion and the Bright Power, this thing is gone. And then it uses Explosion. I'm like, I'm going to definitely dodge this Explosion because I got like a Bright Powder and 2-up. But it still lands against me and takes out my Maractus. I can't believe that. That if that was me using Explosion, you guys 100% know that would have like missed. So Maractus goes down in the Salty Rage. And now we got the Rotom coming back in. I've got to get rid of this thing. So I've got my Ledian. There wasn't really much I could do. I was in a low amount of health, so I thought, let's go for Giga Drain, get some damage off it, and then maybe I could revenge kill this with one of my other Pokemon. So getting a little bit of damage back. Now the Rotom's going to go for Charge Beam. It's going to boost its special attack. It's going to be super effective. I just live on 6 health, which is nice. So that's actually going to activate my Potato Berry. So Potato Berry obviously activates at a low amount of health, and it's going to activate my special attack, giving it a +1 there, which is nice. Even with a +1 in special attack, I just have nothing to hit this Rotom with. It's obviously already like a bulky set, and Giga Drain is the most powerful move in the world on Ledium. So we've got some more health recovery back, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough to live the next Charge Beam from the Rotom. So I really have to get rid of this Rotom. It's like walling my team. Now I thought, well, I can bring in Mighty in here and go for the Crunch and take it out. Even if they do go for a Will-O-Wisp first off, I can always use Facade later on in the game. So that's it. Yeah, that's a price I'm willing to pay to get rid of this thing. So going into Mighty Inn, and Mighty Inn actually ran Jolly on this set. So we're going for the Crunch, so I outspeed it, which is nice. It's got more in bulk investment, so that's obviously why I outsped it. And Rotom is down, so that's nice. Now, upon taking the Rotom out, I get a Moxie boost. That's +1 attack, so that's going to be like really handy. So now we've got the Charmander coming out. So it's like, what is this set going to be? I'm just going to go for Crunch anyway. I thought in the back of my mind, I think this might be like a Focus Sash and counter set because I run like a lot of these Focus Sash counter sets. And of course, it's going to be that set, and that's going to take my Mighty Inner out. So I guess that's fine. Mighty Inner got rid of the Rotom and seriously damaged the Charmander. So going to Wobbuffet, I thought, well, Wobbuffet, they may have like a special move. So I went for the Mirror Coat, but they got a physical move instead. So I'm like, oh no. So Fire Punch does some pretty good damage. The Mirror Coat is going to fail. So this time I thought, maybe they've got both, like a physical and a special move. But I decided to go for the counter. So now the Fire Punch is going to hit me, and I live, and I'm going to take it out with the counter. So a counter for a counter, guys. I was happy with that trade-off. So Wobbuffet is basically on its last legs here. That's fine. It kind of did its work already. It got its Z move off and took out a Charmander. So we got the Wooper coming out, guys. It's going to go for a Scummy Water. I went for the Mirror Coat against this. I thought there's an off chance that I might actually live its move. And I did on 8 health. The Bird's going to take me out the next turn. However, I get some nice damage off with the Mirror Coat. So Wobbuffet did some... at least it's got some decent damage off. So I've got 2 Pokemon remaining. We've got the Wooper and one other Pokemon. at this point. So now going into my Farfetch, I thought, well, I can go for the first impression and then go for the quick attack to actually take this out. I don't want to take like too much recoil damage. So that really does nothing. And now the Whooper's going to go for the Ice Beam against my Farfetch. Now Farfetch does have the Assault Vest, but I get freeze hacks. I'm like, oh no, this can't be happening. Like, all I had to do was go for the Brave Bird. So Farfetch is going to get frozen solid there. Whooper's just going to keep spamming Ice Beam over and over. So there really isn't much point me swapping out either. I don't want to actually, I don't want to get freeze hacks again on my last Pokemon. So now we got the Farfetch, hoping I can get out of this and just take it out with a Brave Bird. So now Whooper is going to keep, spamming these Ice Beams over and over. Now this was a modest Whooper apparently. I guess he was like max health, max special attack, and Everlight, something like that. So now we got the Ice Beam hitting me. I think that could be the third or fourth time I got frozen in a row. So getting frozen solid again. Man, this is salty. And now the Whooper's just going to continue going for that Ice Beam, hoping I stay frozen so it can stay alive. All right, so I'm on my last turn here, people. And I get frozen. I just never got unfrozen that whole battle. And now Whooper's going to finish me off with the Ice Beam. Oh, this is salty. So my last Pokemon I've got, as you guys probably already know, Farfetch is down, but I'm going to go into my Lumineon. So I thought, this is really bad, right? Because if this has Water Absorb, I can only go for the Silver Wind. And you'll actually find this quite funny in a second. So go for Silver Wind, right? It doesn't take it out. Now Whooper's going to go for a Mud Bomb against me. God, look, guys, look at that critical hit. And it's going to drop my accuracy too. So, like, this is like a scumbag set. So I can go for the Silver Wind to take out the Whooper, but there is one other Pokemon that I could, I'm a little bit worried about it too. So Whooper, as I mentioned, right, could have had Water Absorb, so that's down. Now the last Pokemon I've got too also could have Water Absorb, so it's like, oh, I can't use Scald against this last Pokemon, and the only thing I can do is Silver Wind, right. Now they got their Politoed coming out, and when I seen Drizzle, I was like, yes, that means I can use Scald. So with this Politoed set, it could be anything. I just went for the Silver Wind. So I was hoping I could get it like a boost up. So I outspeed, which is really nice. Now the Politoed's going to be a physical set. They're going to go for the Earthquake against my Lumineon. So Earthquake does like a lot of damage to me. It's like, that's definitely Choice Banded. I know that straight away. I've got some leftover recovery too. So it's like, I'm very, very confident I can live the next one. I have to get a Scald burn off on this thing. It's also going to get powered up by the rain too. So I go for the Scald, hoping I can get it against the Politoed, and I do. So as you guys know, I do have Rest and Sleep Talk on this set. If I can get some damage off with Silver Wind, I might be able to take this thing out. So Politoed is going to be seriously affected by that burn, doing like it was only like I think that was like a quarter less damage it did to me. So I know that I can live at least one more, maybe even two more Earthquakes from the Politoed after leftover recovery, and try and take this thing out. So go for the Scald on the Politoed. It's really not doing too much. I'm kind of relying on the burn to actually just do some extra damage too. So Politoed, go for another Earthquake against my Lumineon. I'm going to be able to live that one on 20 health, and now I can go for the rest. It actually really helped out. I was faster than the Politoed too. If I wasn't, I would have definitely gone down here. So Politoed is nearing half its health. The only thing I was actually worried about too, if I did go to sleep right, and I got like, you know, classic Sleep Talk Rest twice in a row, and then I got critted, it could be really bad. Because on this set, right, I was running max health and max special defense, so I wasn't overly bulky in defense. Anyway, so Politoed is going to go for yet another Earthquake. Obviously, it's choice banded. It's about a solid 6-hit KO here, so I'm in a pretty damn good position. The only thing I was worried about was a crit. Alright, so my Lumineon, all I've got to do, right, is hit this thing with Scald. Any kind of move like damage this thing is cool. Burn is also racking up some extra damage too. So go for the Lumineon Sleep Talk here on the Politoed, and I get Rest. I'm like, I knew that was going to happen. It's going to fail. So now, obviously, the Politoed is going for the Earthquake again. I was actually thinking, I could actually make this Politoed struggle and then take itself out with a struggle, but I thought, by the time that happens, I think the burn would have actually taken it out. So on this one, I can go for one more Sleep Talk, then I'm going to wake up. So Politoed is obviously going to go for another Earthquake. I can go for a Sleep Talk here, hoping I can get like even a Scald. Even a Scald I'm happy with. I was kind of low-key hoping for a Silver Wind, and I do get the Silver Wind, but it misses. If you remembered earlier on, right, that Whooper used Mud Bomb against me and actually dropped my accuracy, so that's why it missed. So Politoed is going to hit me with another Earthquake. It's actually getting close to taking me out here. So it's going to be about 2 to 3 more hits to take me out. So now going for the Silver Wind here. I was confident like 2 to 3 more Silver Winds could actually take this thing out with the extra burn damage from the on the Politoed from the Skull. So go for a Silver Wind. I get a boost finally. It only took like the whole freaking battle to happen. So I get a boost in every stat. Now the only thing here I was worried about was a crit. That was it. If I didn't get critted, it was game. So Politoed go for yet another Earthquake against my Luminion. Luminion just eats that Earthquake up with the Skull Burn as well and the Leftovers Recovery. So now the Silver Wind is going to do some more damage. I'm guessing this will be enough to take out this turn. And that one is going to be game. So going for the final Silver Wind against the Politoed. And it leaves on like 1 health. Merch available. Anyway, so now the Politoed, guys, we can't have a battle where I can't plug my merch, right? Every battle that happens, I think every single time I battle with a team every day, someone will live on 1 health. So anyway, the Politoed is going to go down to the burn, and that one is game. Hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. I'll catch you tomorrow for a theme team. Peace.